Mrs. Trainer,
Here.
Ms. Heen, and Dr. Mariano.
Present. On to announcements and recognitions. Dr. Costello.
Yes, I'm going to let Dr. Sable speak about the prom, date and location.
Yes, they've solidified the prom date and moved it. It is now May 1st, 2026 at the airport. They had to switch that day because it was at the end of the month towards May 31st, and they thought that was too late.
And I just one further announcement I'd like to make. I try to make my way to as many events as we can make. A district this large is sometimes difficult. Friday night, I was at Trinity for the football game, and the Trinity Assistant Superintendent and Facilities Director made it a point to come over to me to compliment our band and what a performance that they put on, the numbers we have. And it's just nice to see other schools recognize how well our students and our staff are performing, and it's part of that big picture on Friday night is what the band does. Then on Monday, I received an email from a parent from Trinity who just wanted to tell me what a great job our cheerleading coach did, because she went down to the fence to ask her about something that was going on, and she really took about 15 minutes to talk to her pregame and explain. And it's just nice to hear nice things and that our employees and our students are represented district well when they go to other facilities. So I just want to take a second and share good news.
Thank you. We'd like to recognize any resident or taxpayer of the Chartiers Valley School District who wishes to address the board to please state your name and address when you approach the board. We appreciate your interest. Please keep your comments 2 to 3 minutes. Kelly, did anybody sign up this evening to speak to the board on agenda item?
Yes, first is Emily Marco.
Emily Marco, 43.
Wait.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Emily Marco, 43, Clareview Drive, Scott. I just had 2 requests for further explanation or clarification on why the agenda item is on there. For 8.1, the Americans with Disabilities Act Accommodation Plan. I read through it, but just wondering the backstory on that and more details about it when we talk about it. And then also 11.1, the fall lights, sports lighting, stadium lights. Again, just clarification, further information whenever you discuss it. And sort of part of this, a request that, if possible, you could create agendas that have the more detailed version. I know it might take you to 2 pages, but it would be helpful for all of us here on the properties. Thanks.
So I could speak to your question about 11.1. So we had an ongoing issue for the past 2 years about the stadium lights. When they came to repair the nearest post to the parking lot and the school, they realized there was water in the lenses. And so the solution to that was to purchase covers that could be installed to keep the water out. Initially, whenever the contractor was rewarded 2-3 years ago, whenever that happened, that was not part of the specs. And the engineer that we spoke to recommended that it should come in. So this was something we petitioned the board to have installed on the other 3 of the 4 posts, because the 4th post we still aren't able to reach with the crane. So we're not sure how to resolve that issue yet. But that's what that is. Those are the visors that we installed on post 1 to the post 2 and 3. You want to talk about?
Yeah, I can speak to 8.1. This is an ongoing issue that I took over when I came in. There were ongoing discussions with the U.S. Department of Education regarding making our board meetings available to those with disabilities. So I put together, in conjunction
Now, are we working on that long-term plan? Because I think it's April that goes into effect, but that's like across the board for all like local governments and stuff.
Yeah, April 2026, it's law. So we actually met when I went to the superintendent's conference. This was the topic of discussion, and I have all the materials that they submitted that we have to be compliant in, and we're just kind of warehousing what we have to see the areas that we have to change. It's also probably going to be a bigger discussion about moving websites. We talked about that last year, but we were beyond that January date to do that. If the current provider can't make those accommodations easy on us, then we're going to look to move it. So we're kind of working through that right now internally, and then we'll bring it to the board in November for sure, because we can't wait much after that.
Yeah, because I was just trying to make sure that we're at least working in that direction, because that's, I mean, for everybody, I would assume most local governments, that's sort of a long-term thing you got to navigate. It's not something that comes easy, so thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, many school districts utilize Final Site, which we currently use, but I know that you want to move anyways to things that will, it's actually better and it's less expensive than other school districts use in lieu of using Final Site. So yeah, so you're going to talk about that in November?
I feel pretty confident we'll be ready to bring some recommendations to the board by November.
And then that would go into this year's budget, even though the plan was to do next year.
Possibly. I would probably negotiate a change that would be billed July 1, is what I would anticipate, because you already paid for the other company through the end of the school year.
Yes.
So somebody new coming in is going to want a long-term contract. If
This
they're
is
gonna-
the last year for that Final Site budget.
We agreed to a 1-year extension last year because we were beyond the January date to switch. So, yeah.
In addition to that, I could ask a follow-up question about specifically access for like the video archives that we have been talking about before. Dr. Cassagno, we weren't really part of those discussions, but I just wondered if we had made any headway on that at all.
The video archives for the meetings,
Like making the board meetings, I mean, at one point that was a discussion about making that as an accessible option for people with disabilities.
I think this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is more specific to the person's disability. They make a request. I mean, it might be a physical request, right? So whatever the disability is, they make a request. We had to name an ADA coordinator that had to contact them back, and then we had to write in the specific accommodations. So that's more of a blanket for any disability. That is just a video of board meetings, is just an accessibility thing that the board would have to discuss as a whole.
Yeah, Dr. Cassagno is exactly right. This is more for individual access, so that's something else separate.
Okay, thank you.
you guys were amazing, even though Jenna took some nudging. But she loved every minute of it, and it wouldn't have been possible without, Brett, Hoove, and Coach Haley, you guys, and all the girls. Like, it has been an amazing time, and to watch you guys all bond together and do this and to pave the way for this, it's amazing. So thank you all for everything you've done.
It's great. Okay, all in favor? Aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? The motion passes. Thank you. Have a good evening.
They're gonna go home and study now. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve the Human Resources Report for October 14th, 2025?
So moved.
Motion made by Mr. Jura. May I have a second? Second by Ms. Drury. Any discussion on this item? All in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? The motion passes. May I have a motion to vote on the 2026 TSBA candidates as presented?
So moved.
Motion made by Mrs. Trainer. May I have a second? Second by Mrs. Sexton. Any discussion on this item? All in favor? Aye. Anybody opposed? The motion passes.
Did you miss?
No, the lights are next. See?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
That's okay.
It's okay, we just jumped to 11.
Right, Ron?
TSBA candidates, or we,
Yeah.
That's 10-2.
That's 10-2.
not on this one.
Not on mine.
It's 11:04.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the agenda right now.
So am I. That's the way I asked. Sorry about that.
On my computer, it's 11:4. On this page, it's 10:2.
That's interesting.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know, and I don't have my computer today.
That's okay. Doesn't matter.
It's still the same.
Yes.
agenda.
Just jump the gun.
Can we just make sure that we cover everything that's on here?
So it
Before
probably,
we adjourn?
to be friendly for the audience, we should probably say what we're looking at there and then what it is on the website. So it's maybe 10-2 for us. We'll be living on there.
11:4.
So you don't have, okay, so 10-2 on paper is the vote on PSBA officer candidates. What is that?
Yeah.
11:04.
Okay, so 11-4 online, 10-2 on paper. Did we already do a roll call for that?
Yeah.
Even with the printout.
No, it's 10-2.
Not necessarily.
Oh, on the short form.
And right here, on the little word doc.
All right, so Darren, when you say 11-1, because we did the roll call for the PSB officers, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so 11-1 is the full light sport lighting motion. What is that for you?
11:01.
Okay, so 11-1 is on both.
Okay. Okay, so we have a motion to ratify the recommended scope of work to have the necessary visors to the stadium lights at the high school by Fall Light Sports Lighting LLC per attached.
has the price of $9,654
I see, okay.
per attached